Less wet than it is right now.
It is raining hard now. It's been raining throughout the morning. Let's take a look at the highlights of the qualifying race here in Beijing. This race got underway remarkably cleanly. We were expecting incidents at the first corner or perhaps around that first lap, but in fact, despite a bit of bumping and boring that we could see from on board Markus Winkelhock's car, some jockeying for position, they got away very, very cleanly, and it was Bertrand Baguette who got out in front. There was a slight incident involving Jérôme Denbourg, which did some damage to the Corvette, but a couple of laps in, that was the moment that Baguette went off.
Yes, and he got a false neutral. The car found neutral at the critical point of the entry to the corner. He couldn't slow it down. He got it into first eventually, but it was too late. The lead car was off, then the other Lamborghini, the 47 car also. It managed to reverse its way out, but for the Ford GT, Maxime Martin, huge disappointment, not just for the qualifying race, but for the championship race.
Meanwhile, Michael Krum was making up ground. Bas Leinders was in trouble with his car as well. The pit stops came along, and Alex Muller made an early pit stop to hand over to Thomas Enger. We saw JB Campbell-Walter just get out in front of Christian Hohenadel, but whether he felt he'd held him up or whether Jamie was just trying to get up to speed, he let the Aston go round the outside of him. So
a car that took the lead after the Ford fell off. We didn't see very much of it because they did a great job. Good pit stop. This possibly was the winner of the race, but that stole from Stefan Mucke, and there is the situation. Thomas Enger comes through, cleanly takes the lead. The second Aston Martin just about sneaks out ahead of the Bassang Winkelhock Lamborghini.
Yeah, but not for long, because Marc Bassang was able to nip past. His tyres were already up to some temperature, even in these wet conditions, whereas Stefan Mucke was sliding and struggling. He dropped a place then. But then we saw the drive-through penalty for that Lamborghini. Marc Bassang dropping all the way down to 12th. Absolutely disastrous, especially on a track where it's so hard to overtake. Closing stages, Ho Pin Tong went off into the gravel trap, and that was the end of the Chinese drivers' race. But up front, we saw Aston Martin dominate the event. The race finished under safety car effectively, but it was a 1-2-3 for Aston Martin. Thomas Enger leading them home, with Stefan Mucke and Darren Turner's car finishing in second, and Hohenadel and Piccini's machine in third. Can they do it again later? Join us again to find out.